Hey, if you like the content and you're watching it on TV, if you haven't already, change your settings to 4K. My video is in 4K and most of them are. So if you want to enjoy it in 4K, that's what you do. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. I'd appreciate it. Okay, welcome back to the channel. My name is Clement, and this is Traveling. That's what's up. You know, sometimes you wonder, why is everything so hard? Why can't things be so simple? Why gotta be so ridiculous? I don't know myself. But we're gonna try to figure it out while walking. We're gonna walk and talk and do what we normally do. Come along for the ride, guys, and live vicariously through these crazy thoughts of mine. So me being a Libra, I've had the option of dating all kinds of different zodiac signs. Virgo, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, just a lot of them. I have yet to date another Libra. I haven't dated a Libra. But what I know about them, and maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't, I don't know. But if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification button if this is something you're into. So I'll start with Zodiac Virgo. So when I was dating a Virgo, she was really wild, towards me anyway. And I think to others. This is my perspective of a Virgo's zodiac. The impression they left me with. I don't know how true it is. Like I said, if you agree or not, it's something for conversation. She was frisky, wild, free-spirited, like a rebel, very stubborn, super stubborn. I don't know a lot of women that aren't, but that's just the start. They're lots of fun, but they're very promiscuous. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Promiscuous. They're very promiscuous, but a lot of fun. Very feisty. I mean, this is my thing from Virgos. I don't know what your experience is like with Virgos, but as a Libra man, this is what I've experienced with female Virgos. Like I said, outgoing, will be with you and love you while they're with you. But they're sneaky. So you got to be careful with them. And that's just some of the stuff I know from Virgos. I don't know. They tend to be outgoing. They like their money. They work. They take care of themselves. So that's what I can remember from the one I dated anyway. Now Pisces, on the other hand, I dated a couple of Pisces. Now one thing I want to say about Pisces that I know, they like to be sneaky too. They can be promiscuous as well, but they're thinkers. If they set their mind to something, they're gonna do it. That's for sure. They're definitely gonna do it. One thing I gotta say about them, they can manipulate a situation. And I like to put them in smooth criminal mode. They're more so smooth criminal because they can say stuff with a straight face. But they are hard workers, they are determined, but they tend to be people who get into a mood and they get locked in that mood. And they're very emotional. Like Libras, they're emotional and their feelings get hurt and they take things to heart. So you got to be careful with them. If you find one that's cool enough to stand still and make things work and not have, they're like, the ones I've met have two personalities, one down to earth and one trying to be slick. So once again, I just want to point out, this is my experience. So, and I think also when you talk about these kind of things, you have to take into account age, race, circumstances, basically. But what I know from Pisces women, they want their money. They're not afraid to work. They will stand on business. That's for sure. And they like to be at the top. So, like I said, if you find one, you get one that's cool and they're ready to put the work in, you can make a lot of things happen. Now there's Aquarius. I believe that's January. I got that right. So Aquarius is another one that will work. If she wants to be with you, she will be with you. She's sneaky as well. Those have been sneaky. They get around. They learn the ropes. And they're friendly, they're kind. When they're into you, they're pretty family oriented. They like being around their family. At the same time, they like their space. They're pretty independent as well. The ones I've encountered have been spicy. Maybe that's just like I've said before, me being a Libra and this being just my opinion. Maybe that could be it. And like I said, age, race, what stage in life, all of that stuff plays a role. But we'll go out of their way to make sure that you are happy. When it's good, it's good. Very loyal, down to earth, got a really kinky wild side. Different type of person in the bedroom than they come off. Like Virgos. Virgos are wild. I think Virgos are probably one of the wildest women I've met, but Aquarius, they can get wild too. They can get pretty darn wild. Ah, man. And then when you date these different zodiacs from different ethnicities and different parts of the world, it becomes very interesting. It's just so different because I do the zodiac thing. I know who I have frequency, good energy with. And Aquarius, I get good vibes with Aquarius. It's just that Aquarius and Libra seem to clash. They have both, I don't know. I think they get bored and they tend to drift apart. But they're good people, nevertheless. All zodiacs are good people, regardless. There's not one that's bad. We just have we walk different lives. All right, so I stepped into the Target because I need to get basil. While I'm out doing my walk, why not, right? Make it part of the mission. Let's go find their basil. All right, so now there's Gemini. Now, Gemini, I've had lots of experience with, and multiple race women, different women rather. And now when it comes to Libras and Geminis, I think it might be true what they say as far as a really good match, almost nearly perfect. You know, because when things are good with the Gemini, it's really good. Really magical things can happen because they're so agreeable. They work together so well. It's just a really good mix. And they tend to flow the same way. They're both identically loyal. They mirror each other in a sense. They feed off one another. It's a really good balance. I've had really good experiences. Even during multiple ages in my life, I've experienced different ages of Gemini in different stages. And for some reason, Geminis and Libras seem to work together pretty well. And like I said, they're hard workers. Like, no guessing to it. Geminis are hard workers. Whatever they put their mind to, basically. So, and they're loyal, hard working. There's a lot of qualities, honestly. But the drawback is when there is problems, Virgos don't know how to turn off the war machine. And when they're dealing with a Libra, all we're going to do is mirror it. So other than that, there's not a whole lot of disagreements with Geminis and Libras, in my opinion. We go together really well. Like I said, I've dated most of my life. Most of the women I've dated have been Geminis, and it's been really good. You can learn from them. They can learn from you. It's a really good experience. So they're caring, they're compassionate, they're thoughtful. Reasoning skills, I don't know. Maybe it was just the ones I was dealing with. Being practical, somewhat, they can be. But they believe the ones I've met have dreamt of fairy tales, delusional dreams of grandeur. There's nothing wrong with that. But if they're not grounded in practicalness and reality. So other than that, there's really not a whole bunch of drawback with Geminis and Libras and compatibility. I think they're probably at the top of the pile in being compatible. I don't know, that's just from my experience. I could be wrong. You're welcome to chime in. And if you like this content, please share, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you'll know when I'm dropping new content. I appreciate it. It helps grow my channel. Now, Libra and Sagittarius, that's a good one too. The Sagittarius I dated, she real nice, very fragile though, very sensitive, but always wanting to double check. That's one of the things I noticed about Gemini too, want to double check. But Sagittarius, very nonchalant, easygoing, non-confrontational, at least with me. And once again, I'm going to say this is my experience. Not well organized, that could have just been her. What else? Not clingy, but trust issues nevertheless. I think we all have trust issues and self-esteem issues. So that's not an isolated category. That's everybody's included in that to some extent, some degree. Outgoing, all of the zodiacs are pretty much outgoing and supportive because this is based off them caring about you as well. So they're going to be supportive and outgoing. And you're really going to notice that in the beginning stages of courting or whatever. But what else? Not too patient. Don't have a lot of patience, but will support you. I have to think a little bit more about Sagittarius. I'll go back to that one once I think a little bit more about it. Who else? Leo. I'm not sure if she was a Leo or not. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna have to go back and look at some pictures and find out what to. Right now I'm trying to go through my head and figure out what birthday connects to what person, and obviously what zodiac as well, that I can remember. The ones that anyway that stood out the most. So let's see. I've dated, so the Leo, really clever. I want to go back to Leo. I want to make sure if I'm matching the characteristics with the right person before I speak on it, because I'm not sure. I have to go to Facebook and look and see whether or not I'm speaking on the right person's zodiac with the behaviors that I recognize. She was a Cancer. We got to come back to this because I really want to think about it a lot more and put credit where credit is due. And knowing this is only my opinion based off things that occurred, that happened to me. So everybody's going to have a different story, of course, a different experience with whoever they dealt with. So, but Virgos, Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, man, sheesh, get back. All right, guys, for you people who are watching my videos on your TV sets, my videos are mostly in 4K. So hit the notification button, follow, subscribe, and watch it in 4K. Change your settings so you can check it out in 4K vision.